Okay, so I'm sitting down today with Tamara and Niel, and we're going to do an interview with them to have their experience in Pedasí, so that it helps you guys looking at Pedasí as an option. Speak to some people that are here that have made the decision to come. So just to get to know you guys a little bit first, where did you guys move from?
We moved from Alberta, Canada.
Central Alberta.
Central Alberta.
Central Alberta, Canada, okay. And how long now have you guys been in Panama?
This fall, coming up end of October.
End of October.
It'll be 3 years since we first came, our first visit.
Okay. And what did you guys do in your previous life?
I did a few things, but farming, raised animals, horses, dog groomer, dog breeder. You were?
Shipper receiver. Electrician.
Shipper receiver, and okay, perfect. So, are you guys still working or are you retired?
Pretty much retired here now.
Perfect. What made you guys choose Pedasí over all the other places in Panama?
In Panama? When we first were looking, and we looked at all the typical, you start with Mexico in your mind, Belize, all these places, because we were living in Canada where it's winter most of the year. And we were tired of that. And my big thing was, if I was going to give up animals, livestock, raising my horses, stuff like that, I wanted to be able to see life. I wanted somewhere where I could look out my window and see whales. And as you know, that's been a big part of, I always ask you questions about, can I see the whales? So I had been starting to research just places around the world. Panama kind of came up on our radar. And when I was researching good places around Panama to see whales, where you can see them right from shore without having to go out on a boat, Pedasí. And so Pedasí popped up on our radar. I started researching, and I joined all the Facebook groups and things about Pedasí and Panama. And seeing one of your ads.
Okay, good.
That's what brought us here.
Good stuff. So, backing up, before Pedasí factored in, what sparked your guys' idea of simply moving abroad, moving out of Canada?
Winter.
Minus 40. Black ice.
Fair enough. Was there, besides weather was obviously a major factor, but besides weather, was there other reasons for wanting to move abroad?
Just kind of like he always says, we love Canada, but not so much what's going on in Canada these days. And I just know so many people that they waited so long to retire and to be able to do this and then they can't do it anymore because of health concerns, things that happen in life. You always put things off. And so we just kind of decided that we wanted to do something while we were still youngish, that we could still enjoy what we have here. Travel, enjoy the life here, and winter was a big factor.
So, out of all the countries in the world, like you said before, Mexico and Belize and Costa Rica and all that stuff, what brought you to pick Panama? And specifically, I know you mentioned the whales, but Panama specifically, you see whales in other countries. Yeah. So what made you choose Panama, and then follow up specifically Pedasí?
Yeah, whale.
Out of all the options.
Safety.
Safety.
I think that would be the main.
Safety, and just like as we're doing research, like in Mexico, you don't own property if you want something on the ocean. Belize was becoming not very friendly anymore. So she looked at Costa Rica, and she was going on the forums, and everybody was moving to Panama. And that's how Panama ended up on our radar.
Okay. And then once you guys found Panama, what drew you in to pick Pedasí besides the whales? I know the whales are important. I know about the whales. But besides, why Panama was safety, Panama was all that, but within Panama, Pedasí, what narrowed it down?
It helped that there's the least amount of rainfall, because in Canada, when it's cloudy for over a week, I get grumpy and not a happy person.
Okay.
So I needed something that wasn't constant cloud and constant rain. So when we were researching, it was nice little.
Yeah, what we read about Pedasí kind of ticked all our boxes at the time.
Yeah.
And of course, we had never been to Panama before, let alone Pedasí, until we talked to you. And
Because it just had never showed up on radar until after.
Yeah, but I had heard about this little place called Pedasí, and you can watch whales, that kind of thing. And it's a nice little fishing village. There was starting to be a good expat community, nice homes, and just researching Panama in general.
Yeah.
And then we hopped on our first trip to check out Panama and Pedasí.
Did you guys know anybody in Panama before you came?
Just a couple people that I kind of chatted with a little bit on Facebook,
Okay,
but I didn't know them.
Yeah,
Not a one.
And how about
No.
now? Do you guys have lots of friends now that you're here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Our social calendar is
Full.
way more than it ever was in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That's
Yeah,
good.
we have
That's
there's
positive.
lots of great people here. You make a lot of. It's almost impossible not to make friendships here.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. There's a great, and that's expats and locals here
Yeah.
are wonderful.
Nice. So, thinking back, you guys are sitting in Canada. You're making this, contemplation of coming here. What was the final push to say, yeah, we're doing that? What was your final push?
I think I'm always one that with our faith, I'm always like, if it's in God's will, it's going to happen, and I just always put everything in God's will, God's timing, and I'm, when this came on our radar, I'm like, if it's meant to be, it's going to be,
Okay.
and everything easily fell into place for us to be able to get us here to Pedasí, and then it's just been.
So, that being said, before you came, how much planning and research did you do?
On moving specifically to Pedasí?
Yeah.
Before we came here? Not hardly any.
There's no wrong answer to this.
No.
It's just trying to figure
No,
it out.
Because we're
No.
coming to look at property. And that was,
Yeah, we just kind of came to check it out, to kind of look at what you showed us,
Yeah.
and then within the first couple of days, we knew like, oh wow, this feels like none of the other places that we had either gone to before. Like we'd gone to places on holidays, and I mean everything's great when you're on holidays. You're at an all-inclusive resort, but nothing really felt like home. Like, no, this really is where we want to buy something. But within, I think, 2 days of being in Pedasí, we looked at each other and we went, yeah, we like this place.
Oh yeah, I
We
mean
knew,
the
like,
community's
Without
fantastic.
even really knowing anybody.
Like you could you're driving or you can just walk down the street and you wave and everybody's like go hola and everybody go hola back. So it's much more familiar and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just the safety, the people, we just both had a feeling like within the first couple days.
Before you came, what were your expectations of what this place would be? You remember them?
I don't really know if we really had much I mean, you always think it's like it's going to be similar maybe to Mexico, to DR, to wherever you've been in the past. Do
you find it very different to those places?
Well, definitely we feel safer. There's definitely a community. Feels more like home than anywhere else. Definitely.
Okay.
Cleaner.
Yeah, it's fairly clean here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What were, for example, cost of living, opportunities in business, investments, were any of those things a factor in you guys deciding to come here?
Yeah, my cost of living in Alberta was very high because I ran a horse farm. So I had 23 acres, a huge horse barn, outbuildings, the house, my gas bill in the wintertime. I mean, I could live here for several years on just what a monthly bill was in Canada. And the cost of living in Canada, like eat fruits, vegetables, food, anything to live healthy and well. And we were hearing similar about the States too. And here it's just, the fruit's better. the cost of living is
better.
lower. Things taste better. We get out more. We're exercising more. It's just so we kind of looked into that aspect, but and as you know, we bought an income property to start with, and then from there we kind of we have so much more of a social life.
Yeah.
And it's like, do we want to run a business or just want to enjoy our time here?
Yeah. What if you had to put a percentage number to your cost of living, taking away your horse farm, but I mean your overall personal cost of living, what would you say that you're down percentage-wise from back home?
Probably at least 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say it was, because here in Canada, of course, you have a gas bill, and it can be quite high in the wintertime, depending on where you live. And here, the gas bill doesn't heat your home. It's your stove, your shower, your hot water. And we just got a new tank filled the other day, and it was under $100, and that lasted 4 months. And everything else, the power here, everything's so much lower. Vegetables, we can buy fresh fruit and vegetables for a fraction of what they are in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, so internet, phone, everything is so much cheaper. There are some foods that you pay a little bit more, bacon, cheese, that kind of stuff, comparable to probably what's North America, but that's kind of standard everywhere. The low veggies and fruit that you can get makes up for some of the things that might be a little bit higher priced.
Yeah, when you buy avocado here, it's the same size as like the pit in the avocado is the same size as the avocado in Canada. So
how have you guys adjusted to stuff like culture, language, climate? How have you guys found the adjustment?
Still learning Espanol.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I know we need to immerse ourselves even more. And it comes a little bit, and the locals are pretty good with being patient.
If you're
with
trying,
us expat, we're trying.
They seem to appreciate that. So,
Pedasí has a wonderful culture that we go out and we watch the parades, and there's always something going on. It's it's beautiful. The culture here is absolutely beautiful, and the things that they do, and kind of miss in the summertime that we don't have daylight till 11 o'clock at night. When it's dark by 7.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a culture thing. A lot of times we're done supper, we clean up, we watch something on TV, and we're like, oh gosh, it must be like 10, 11 o'clock, must be bedtime. We look, it's like 7:45. But it's been dark for a while, and so I guess that would be a big thing, is the...
With still struggling with the language, do you find that it affects your life greatly, or do you find it doesn't affect too much as you adapt language-wise still?
I think not greatly. I know we could use improvement. We would be able to chat with some of the locals that don't know as much English better. Those locals and Panamanians that know a little bit of English, it's a little bit better. We can kind of help each other out. I find that a lot of them, they want to learn English as much as we want to learn Espanol.
Yeah.
So we kind of help each other out. Would it be better if we were fluent? Definitely.
Right.
But
we get by.
We get by. We get by all the time. Yeah. I wouldn't say that it's something that we go, oh my gosh, we have to leave because we don't know enough.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It hasn't been much of a hindrance. And there's always Google Translate.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest surprise when you guys came here, thinking back 3 years ago, what was the biggest surprise that you guys had to go through in adjusting compared to what you thought was going to be for life?
Probably our social calendar for one.
Yeah, and the friendliness of everybody.
Yeah.
Like when we were first here, we'd walk from the hotel into town, and people would honk at us. I'm like, I'm far as over as I can. And then we told you about it, and he's like, they're saying hi. Because all the windows are tinted, you can't see them.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, it's just, we had our friends, back in Canada, our little social circle, stuff like this. But here, it's just, If you don't ever want to cook or eat at home, I mean, you can always be out with friends and the different restaurants and the different things that are going on all the time. You make friends here, and that was way more than I figured maybe we'd make a couple friends, or hope to make a couple friends so we could to be comfortable here and have a few friends. But a few more than we thought we were gonna.
Fair enough.
Which is awesome. But
over the time, either in the beginning or over the years, have you guys come up with any major obstacles on visas, paperwork, residency, stuff like that? Things that you guys have struggled with? Have you guys had those challenges that you'd like to share?
I haven't really noticed any struggles at all. We have a fantastic lawyer, and so when we need that kind of stuff done, she just baby us through it. So.
Yeah, Panama definitely likes their paperwork. It's definitely, and a lot of it I find is probably not all quick computer stuff. They have to do a form, and that's got to go to somebody in the city, and it's like one person in all of Panama that can sign that or stamp that or whatever it is. I think that the wheels move slowly here, which everything moves slowly here.
Right.
And I guess that's another thing too that a lot of people we hear have issues with sometimes, is if you're on the go when you want stuff done real quick and you can't just mellow out. Those people have issues, and a lot of people like that don't last here, because whether you're waiting in line at a store or whether you're waiting for some paperwork to get done, you can't be in a big rush.
Yeah.
And so with paperwork and visas and stuff like that, it's just going through the steps, knowing kind of what to do, and having a lawyer to help you through those steps, and just waiting till everything kind of gets done. And
so going on 3 years now, how has Panama and Pedasí, how has it influenced and changed you? And I want you guys to answer this one separately. Neil?
It hasn't changed me. I'm happier. I have color. One of the things we were looking at when we were first looking at places, and again, Mexico and Dominican, I wanted something gated, so that I can go for a walk. I don't have to worry. And here, you don't have to worry about that. You can just go for a walk. You don't have to worry about somebody robbing you, or so. It's the safety. Just
you're less stressed.
Way less stressed.
How about you, Tamara? How has it influenced and changed you?
It's made me slow down as well. It's just a relaxing lifestyle. A lot more friends, again, that more than I'm used to having. And so it's made me more social, more outgoing, get out of the house more, because we can, instead of being snowbound for 6 months plus out of the year, here we can be outside all the time. Even when it's raining here, it's not cold.
Yeah.
You can still be out doing stuff. We do so much more. We travel around Panama. We check out different things. The wildlife. I'm a big animal lover. I've had a parrot on my head out of the blue. One landed on me. It's just amazing experiences like that we don't get in central Alberta.
Yeah.
And
no parrots there, that's for sure.
No, not unless you go to the pet store.
Yeah, no ocean either.
No, yeah. But it's just the lifestyle here.
Yeah.
It's just healthier. You build friendships.
So 3 years ago, you guys had reasons for coming, and now you guys have stayed. Are your reasons for staying different than your reasons for coming, looking 3 years ahead?
Yes.
Okay, what are they?
We have a ton of friends, and that just having that group keeps you from like, okay, well, we're stuck at the doing this all the time, and we don't have any friends and stuff. Then maybe we'll head back home. We've made friends. We've
opened up.
We've tried. We participate as much in the culture that we can. We love our community, like the whole Pedasí community. So just that kind of.
Mm-hmm. We've got a really good church group, great group of friends, great men's and ladies' Bible studies that we're very involved with.
Yeah.
And that's very important to the both of us as well.
Yeah.
And as much as I like other areas of Panama and sometimes think, oh, maybe get a second property somewhere else or something, I don't know if I'd want to stay in those places rather than just the occasional, because this is home.
Yeah.
You know, I'd worry about, you know, do we make those friends, those contacts, that, you know, church group, you know, that kind of stuff in other places.
Okay. How has, outside of Panama and all that stuff, just living abroad, I think this is your guys' first experience living abroad.
Mm-hmm, it is.
How has living abroad changed your identity, changed your perspective on the world?
Definitely learned to slow down. And I mean, that's pretty much anywhere you go in Latin America. It's going to be, you just relaxed. Just don't stress. Don't get done when it gets done.
And for me too, it's all the things that have been going on in other parts of the world, Canada, the States, politically, all that kind of a thing, with governments and finance and just everything. And I tell people, get it while you can.
Yeah.
You know, while you're young enough to enjoy it, while you can. We don't know what all these governments, I don't want to get into politics, stuff like that. But it's just, here you kind of worry about that less. And that's kind of really nice too, to, you know, we own our properties, and here we can just, you know, enjoy our life. Yeah. And I watch, you know, I hear about the news going on in other countries. Here we don't, the weather, we don't worry about the hurricanes and stuff like that other places have to worry about. And it's just a lot of the politics and the bad stuff that's going on in other parts of the world. It's just, we're really blessed to be here.
So that leads into my next question, which is, what do you love most about Panama? What do you love about Panama?
What I love the most? We have to put a one thing on that? Oh.
Clunky sloths.
I do love the animals, but overall, yeah, I don't know if I can put a one thing on. Okay. Especially Pedasí. Pedasí is, they say there's something special about Pedasí. Yeah. And there really is. I mean, maybe had we gone somewhere else first, would we have the same thoughts, the same feelings if we were in some of the other choices to be in Panama? I mean, Panama itself, every place that we've traveled to and visited in the country itself is beautiful. The people are wonderful.
Yeah.
Great, you know, beaches, great weather, great people, experiences.
What, you guys have been very positive about everything you've said, which is amazing. That's lovely to hear. But 3 years in, as expats, what are some of the challenges that you still face?
Allergy. And yeah, you know, and it's a big one for a lot of people that live here. Is the power company can sometimes let you down. Other things, other challenges. There's some, you have to get used to eating a little differently here. We're used to Alberta beef. And
Ontario beef's better, but
well, it's debatable. Canadian beef. You know, the beef here is a little different. Some of the foods are a little different. Some of the tastes that you're used to back in Canada or the US or wherever you come from is a little bit different here. We have different foods, and a lot of the grocery stores here, they do try to bring in as much that us expats are used to. But even a lot of those foods I find have a little bit of a different taste to that we were used to. So kind of getting used to that's a little different, and not a really negative.
Just different.
It's just different. And there's things like every time your car buying processes, your licensing processes, things are just different. And nothing's a bad different. It's just different
you just have to
than
learn
what we're used to.
Right.
They just have a really different way of doing things here, paperwork wise and licensing and all that kind of stuff that it just, you kind of have to get used to. The roads here are narrower. They could be wider.
They could have a shoulder.
They could have a shoulder.
But yeah, but even like groceries. I mean, it's, you know, the grocery stores aren't set up the same way they are in Canada. Whereas, you know, you walk in and you have like 18 choices of this item or 18 choices of. Here it's like, hey, do you have this or this? That's it. So I mean, it's getting used to that. Like I just can't go to the grocery store and get that because, well, they don't have that.
Right. So here's a big question: if you could do it all over again and make the same move, would you?
Absolutely.
100%.
Yep.
Okay. Do you guys see yourself staying here long term, returning home at some point, or moving to a different country?
We're here. This is home now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no desire to move back to Canada. I've sold everything in Canada. Our properties are all sold.
No, we're here. This is our home.
Yeah.
This is our new.
Well, guys, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for all your honest, open, and transparent answers. I appreciate it greatly. And like I said, the whole idea of this is to help other people in their research and help make their decisions if this type of place is right for them based on your experiences. It'll help them down that path.
Yeah, and I just say to anybody that's thinking about coming, just come. It might not be for everybody, but you know, everybody should come down, spend a little bit of time, not only in Pedasí but different parts of Panama. And I mean, we were lucky. We did what people say not to do. People say, you know, come rent. Check it out for a while. We came, we bought. Then the first 2 days we were here, but there's been no regrets.
No,
but that's not going to be everybody's experience.
Everybody's journey is different.
Everyone's journey is different, but we've been blessed. Yeah. We feel like that we're meant to be here. Things have gone very well for us. We have you to thank for bringing us here in the first place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, awesome. Thank you so much.